Okay, I have started the recording now.
There's not enough salt in
Oh,
this channel right
you
now.
started recording. You didn't get all that. Then allow me to reiterate.
Oh,
Okay, go right ahead.
YouTube. No. Hello, friends. It has been just a little bit since we played What Lies Below. I'm excited to get back into it. I have developed the locale that we're currently in just a little bit more. Not just the immediate locale, but Whelm as a whole. And we got a little bit of a direction for my own prep work to go. But it is time for us to go ahead and jump back into it. So, where we last left off, you had been participating in the games that the Radirans host every couple of months called The Proving. And this is basically a tournament, kind of think the Olympics, but with, if you killed each other sometimes. And the Proving lasts 2 days, sometimes 3, depending on the length. This one happened to be 2. And during this Proving, some of you decided to enter it into show matches, where, Rel, you absolutely fucking slapped Anastasia in the face.
Yeah.
Through hit and run tactics, and very frustrated Anastasia could never reach you.
Waving your giant lightning dick in the air.
Amalia, you beat the fuck out of a demon with a chair.
The chair is now a meme.
It is a meme. And
oh my god, I love Hexblade Warlock.
I do too. Over the course of the day, many victories were had. The final one, however, being the championship round on the second day between Zera, the right hand of Hayan, and up against the former champion of the Proving. In fact, we don't have any music here, so let me go ahead and get some.
Yay, music.
During this conversation, or during this battle between Zera and her competitor, you had a conversation with Silk, one of Zera's cohorts, who seemed to approach you in quite a drastic state of mind. He almost seemed to plead for your help in kind of escaping Zera. He informed you that there may be assassins being sent to kill you from Hayan herself, and that Zera seems to know a lot more about you than she's letting on. As you watched Zera dispatch this champion, Silk kind of dispersed, but informed you that there was a way out of the situation, and he would like to join you should you decide to take it. Not sure what to make of the situation. You ended the day returning to your rooms, or in some cases other people's rooms, and each of you got a night of rest. Some of it fitful, some of it quite leisurely, but each one of you managed to complete a long rest. Rel, you did stay with Luca, didn't you?
Yes.
Okay, I thought so. The next day comes, and each of you wake. Rel, you...
Go ahead.
Sorry. Rel, you would actually wake to find that Luca is already awake before you in this case. And she is a bit of a busybody. She has already gotten kind of into her office and into the administrator mode of planning things and reviewing upcoming events and everything else, and simply greets you when you wake and offers you these tiny little biscuits. I don't know if you're familiar with what a salt biscuit is, but they're basically little salt biscuits.
I am not familiar, but I will Google.
They are tiny, terribly shitty biscuits, but they are, they work.
They're
I
biscuits.
thought you said a salt biscuit, and I was like, why are we fighting a biscuit?
Well, you see, they decided to stop putting
salt.
out music, so...
Oh, is this like an English breakfast thingy?
Not necessarily. Like, they sell them in the US here. They're just tiny, really shitty, cheap-ass biscuits.
Okay.
Yeah.
They look like cookies.
Which
is why I was asking, because I know in England they call cookies.
Oh
biscuits.
no, that's a salted biscuit. That is
Oh.
not what I'm talking about. Maybe
So
that's
it's
a.
not
okay.
It's fighting us. We're fighting the biscuits. Got it.
And then there's this horse over here named Biscuit that's also getting involved.
Oh my.
That was where my brain went when you said salt biscuit. It was to a fucking horse.
Oh, they like crackers?
No, sorry, they are actually biscuits that you would bake in the oven. But I'll find a picture of
Are
them for
they
you.
something similar to Red Lobster's biscuits?
No, not even close. They are like the opposite of Red Lobster
Is it like
biscuits.
an English muffin?
No, it looks nothing like an English muffin. They look like very small biscuits.
Were they both down here?
What does a biscuit look like?
You don't know what a biscuit looks like? Oh my god.
Hello? There you go. There's a biscuit.
Oh, okay. That's what I thought. And then I'm like, but aren't those English muffins?
No, that's not an
No.
English muffin. Those are two totally different things, friend.
Okay.
English muffin is made like very differently than a butter biscuit,
Is this
which is
it?
what the butter biscuits are in that picture.
Oh. Okay. So not a buttermilk biscuit with sea salt.
No, not at all. I guess they're not actually called salt biscuits. Interesting. They are around here. See here.
Yeah, but you live in Arkansas.
Yeah, but
I mean, let's be real. No one there can read.
Hey.
I mean that's actually pretty accurate.
Is that why
So
50 Cent's so popular there?
yeah, I would say true.
Or it's not 50. I can't remember who the guy who's supposedly not supposed to be able to read is.
Oh, I'm not sure. Anyways, I'll find a picture of it. So, continuing on, as you all wake and go about your day, what are you doing? The world is your oyster.
Did we tell her, or specifically, I guess, did I tell Luca about the potential assassins?
Yes, you went
Mhm.
to Luca and spoke
I
to her
did.
telepathically, I believe.
Okay.
Or talked to her on the throne. You was there as well.
Okay. I have an idea.
Okay. Here we go. These okay, they're called home style. Okay. This is a can of salt biscuits. From
I think I know exactly what
Pillsbury.
you're talking about now.
They're called Pillsbury Grands, apparently. Southern homestyle Pillsbury
Yeah.
Grands. But these are people call these salt biscuits.
We just called those rolls.
Oh,
They're
definitely not
biscuits.
rolls.
They're biscuits.
Because I'm
I mean, they are biscuits, but we just
Poor and
refer to them as
uncultured.
rolls.
That's fair.
Rolls or biscuits is really what it comes down to.
but anyway, yeah, so taking one of those, fuck, I need to look at my spell list. Do I have this?
No,
Unless we're getting sidetracked in chat.
Uh-huh. I noticed.
that's okay.
Oh, fuck.
Submachine biscuit. Ash-shaped machine biscuit. Okay, I don't know what's going on in here anymore, man.
Oh, neither.
So, I have a question.
Okay.
If I cast telepathic bond
Mm-hmm.
with a creature and then cast telepathic bond with a different creature, that doesn't cancel the first one, right?
Doesn't it?
I think it's whatever
I don't-
is cast.
Is it?
No.
It's concentration, isn't it?
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
There.
It doesn't state.
Doesn't actually state, yeah. But it
The only
does.
thing I can think of is that you
God
can't
damn
have
it,
the
Aura.
same.
You are restricted from now on to playing Barbarian.
So, but there is a rule that states that you can't have like multiple spells affecting you at the same time. But like, I'm not sure if that would fall under this.
Usually it would. It's a sage advice. All right, here we go. Is it possible? Okay, this does fall under the issue of you can't affect yourself with the same spell more than one. Like,
Okay.
even if it's not concentration.
Yeah, okay. All right. That's what I thought, but I wasn't sure. Okay. All right.
For reference arc, you don't even need your barbarian to be int based. It just has to have 13 int for ritual caster. I actually have an old character of mine that's a ancestral guardian barbarian with ritual caster.
I've never looked at barbarians, like the one class I've not looked at at all.
They just can't cast while they're raging, and they can't concentrate on spells while raging. That's the only restriction.
So do I tell Luca about this?
What are you telling her?
I'm debating whether or not I want to tell her.
Okay.
Didn't you already tell her?
Hinted at it. We didn't actually specifically say because it was too public.
Luca,
Yes?
would it be like against the rules, laws to confront them and ask them about said assassins? Not instigate anything violently, of course.
It's not against the rules to talk to people, no. You just can't, once violence outbreaks, it needs to be taken care of. Would you like me to call a meeting about under an official council meeting? There's not much they could do, and it would be guarded.
Do you want to get involved in this?
In
affairs?
If this is, it's becoming a matter of security, not just for you, but for my people. And at this point, you are my people. If you are under threat, then it needs to be addressed.
I have the biggest fucking grin on my face right now. Anyway,
We're technically honorary members.
Yeah, officially.
Yeah.
This is why you don't fuck with your forward team.
I would like it on record that they still have no idea who the hell I am.
They really don't. They have no fucking clue. They know very little about you. From your perspective, anyway.
Yeah. I mean...
refresher real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Silk said to us that it was specifically Zara that was the assassin, right?
Zara was the one that was in charge and wanted to take more direct action, aka killing us where we stand, essentially. And he was uncomfortable with those orders.
He believes there may be other, like, actual assassins, or that their job is not combat, it's assassination.
Poison, disease, etc.
So, my concern is that we don't know specifically or definitively that they are assassins other than inside information, which may or may not be set up as a sort of trap.
During a meeting, there is the possibility that we call forth a truthsayer. They can sniff out lies. Well, more accurately, they can force you to tell the truth. We only have 2 of them left, but we could bring one forward, and everyone could enter onto the compact, and we can have a very honest and open discussion about this. Everyone would be expected to enter into it, though. Even the counselors.
Everyone, you say?
Correct. If there's to be any progress, then everyone must be on the same.
Can... Oh. One sec. My concern there is that there's information that we don't want them to have. Does it pertain to the assassination?
That does make an inquisition difficult. The way these work usually is the council oversees the meeting between the two parties. Usually it's just one person on each side, but groups of people are not unheard of, especially whenever it comes to criminal activities being investigated. And we get them into the council chambers. There are guards present, and the Truthsayer lays down their magic, and the parties discuss. The councilors will ask questions themselves as well, in order to direct the conversation. But it's typically an open discussion. I'm not sure what to do if you have secrets that you're trying to keep from them.
I will confer with my companions.
Okay, it's fine. If you decide to do the meeting, let me know, and I can arrange it. No problem. I think that would be healthy for everyone here. If they truly are trying to harm you, then of course we can get to the bottom of that, and they will be removed. At this point, you are officially honorary Radirans, though technically, I will have to admit, so is Zera.
Because she's champion.
Correct. Part of the proving. She has proven herself in strength and in spirit, and at that point, she has become an honorary Radirran. Our companions, however, have not. Also, I've been thinking, you, a while back, asked me about a potent poison.
Yes.
So, there is a tribe of, I would call them rivals, but at this point we barely interact. There's a tribe further out to the north and the west. They call themselves the Tanoa, and they use a weapon that is a small, like a small ball of spikes on a hook. It's very tiny, but they use it at blinding speeds. The tips of the spikes on this ball are poisoned with a poison that can cause death in moments. I'm wondering if maybe this is the potency that you're looking for. If not, perhaps they know where to find it.
What was the tribe name? Can you write that down?
Tanoa, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And the rough direction that she gets.
Northwest.
Here we go. Edit this.
I will warn you, the Tanoa are not friendly to outsiders, not at all. They are violent and, well, Radiran, we believe in the strength of our spirits and our bodies. They believe in a far more extreme example of that. They will attempt to capture you, and that could be a problem. So, tread carefully in their territory should you decide to visit it. But I think that might be at least perhaps a lead that you're looking for. I'm not sure.
Right, I will look into that at some point.
They call the venom that they use on these things, or the poison that they use on these things, wildflower.
Oh, please, I'm gonna write that down again as well. All right. Okay. Thank you.
Yes, of course.
And an off-topic question.
Mhm.
How long do tattoos take?
It depends. Full body tattoos can take weeks to finish, mostly because it requires multiple sessions and you'll have to heal. But I would say 2 weeks to get your full tribal tattoos. We can start on them. You can get the beginnings of them within an hour or two.
Another question. Could magic speed up the healing process?
Oh, absolutely. Typically that's not done, but it's not really any kind of rule against it. If you have the ability to heal yourself at great speed, then by all means.
How long would that shorten that time down to?
Theoretically, if there's no healing time for the tattoos, then you could get it done in a few hours. As long as the tattooer, or the shaman providing those tattoos, is able to stand doing it for that long. You might have to spread it over 2 days or something, but
1 second.
no.
Boo.
Fucker.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Where would I go? Where would I find a shaman capable of doing the tattoos?
You can just go to the main commune, and you will find them. They're usually on the southern side of the main commune, and typically they're holding sermons.
Perfect. Thank you.
Of course.
I am going to go take care of things then.
Yeah, I have got a lot to do myself, so I'm going to sit here and start getting ready for the next festival. It's a never-ending cycle.
In other words, the Redaran like to party.
They like their festivals.
Hello, Norse. Feast.
They've got
24/7.
They've got kind of Nordic origins, vaguely Nordic.
But they're not conquering everything.
Well,
Not yet, anyway.
they would be.
They would be.
At one point, they were.
Uh-huh.
Well, good luck.
You too.
I'll be back.
It's gonna be a day. Good luck to you. Goodbye.
Right, she leaves. She leaves.
All right. Pieces out. Okay. Amalia, as you come to consciousness, what are you doing with your morning?
She doesn't
I don't
sleep.
remember.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I forgot. First off, I don't sleep. I don't think.
That's true. That's true. Okay. So as the night
That was the night after the last day of the festival, right?
yeah, this would be the correct. That's the night of the last day of the festival. So this is tomorrow. This is the day after the last day.
Yeah. Guess I would probably try to find you.
Okay.
She's right in front of you.
She would be in the same room
I
with you, I
thought we
think.
had different rooms. Did we not? It's been a
you
minute. I'm sorry.
you don't currently, but it would not be hard to acquire those. From what I remember, anyways, it has been.
Well,
My brain don't work yet,
safety.
sorry.
I suggested we all stay in the same room if possible.
That's
for
right.
safety.
Okay, so I will say, regardless of the situation there, you easily locate you.
Just leave the room, turn around, I made a mistake.
Oh no.
You don't see me.
I forgot.
God damn it.
Yeah.
She put herself invisible, it's not my fault. I
It's true.
have fucking true sight.
Oh,
I've literally really just an idiot.
I skulk without actually having to skulk.
So, are we formulating a plan today?
I would hope so. I guess we gotta wait until everybody's up. Though, I do think we should check out the, former champion's body and talk to him.
Right. We did talk about that.
That way we can get more information of what happened.
Oh, is it time for necromancy things?
I
Yeah,
was gonna say, is Zhao still sleeping?
Zhao would be awake by now.
Oh, alright.
I would just be reading in the dark corner.
Sure.
Wait, is there 3 of us that don't sleep?
No, but
Oh.
I mean, there's a lot of
The party
skeletons.
just doesn't sleep.
I mean,
Listen, sleeping is a weakness. If there was an easy way to eliminate that, we absolutely would do it as an entire society.
Yes, we
Right?
would. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I would 100%.
Yeah, so I guess we gotta go
Okay.
get a hold of the body.
Well, we gotta wait for Rel and then the body.
Right.
Cause Zhao called bullshit. Like, she cheated.
All right, he would prepare. Speak with that, right?
I mean, yeah. If that was the plan, he would have it prepared.
Okay. He'd also probably prepare this. How many can you have prepared right now? It's his level plus wisdom, so
Ooh.
15. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Rid of that. What level speak with that? Is that third?
I think so.
It is third.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I got it.
Something like that, anyway.
Yeah, I vaguely remember it on 3rd level on Warlock.
Okay. So, Zhao at this point would be tailing along with Amalia.
And did I say Rel was on her way back?
Yes, you did.
Okay.
Rel, you would be on your way back, and then Alexander, are you following them?
if they're leaving, then yes.
Okay.
While I was
Gotcha.
waiting for everyone else to wake up, I would have been reading.
Gotcha. Okay. As you're just reading through, I imagine probably some of the notes that you've gathered from the Wizard's Tower and
Trying to put vines and muscles together.
yeah, interesting stuff, but bizarre. Okay. So as you all kind of join together, eventually finding each other in the commune, you're going to talk to the dead champion's body. Is that what I'm gathering here?
That and probably try to
Yeah.
figure out the type of poison if possible, if there was poison involved.
For the champion?
Yeah.
Okay.
Figure out how she cheated or if it's an effect of hers, essentially.
Okay. So the body of the champion would be currently in one of the rooms below the arena itself. It gets held there until the next day, and then that evening they hold a funeral for the dead of the proving. There would be many bodies under the arena right now, and so as you head to the arena and find your way underneath it, a set of guards does stop you, and one of them kind of just, yes, can I ask to see what you're doing here?
Luca gave us permission to speak with the body.
She cocks her head immediately as you said, sorry? Speak with the body? I see. And what's your name?
My name is...
Oh, you were one of the contestants the other day, weren't you?
Yes.
I recognize you two. Both of you were contestants. You both fought in the proving itself. I see. come to pay your respects then, right? Speak to the body. I see. Okay. Right.
I'm just going to cough and sputter at the fact that worked.
She looks over at her partner, who's this kind of like younger, probably no older than like 17-year-old guy, and he speak to the body. Right. And Lucas said you could come here.
She did say that, right?
Yeah,
I'm not
she said that we
misremembering.
could.
Okay, all right.
As long as we're not
Okay.
doing anything disrespectful, I think.
Yeah. Yes, she did.
Okay. Sure, absolutely. Yeah, just remember, can't touch the body.
Please hold. Let me check the spell sorting.
They step to the side and allow you to pass.
Okay. It's 10 feet. Haha.
I assume we're all mental linked again.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I would imagine.
That is a standard for her.
My response is going to be, I can't believe they're that stupid. I suddenly feel very much less safe here.
Well, it's normal for people to pay respects, and talking is one way they do it.
I
mean,
Very true.
to be fair,
I intend to browse the inventory while we are down here. I don't care what the rest of you do.
Oh man.
my God! Please don't.
Please don't touch the bodies.
You are taking a necromancer to a crypt. What do you want from me?
Good point. Can you wait here?
No. I cannot.
to be fair, in trying to find out if there was foul play, we are paying respects to the body. So we're not lying. We're just twisting the truth.
And
Which is
I'm
only
going to
half as
respect
bad.
what else is here and recycle.
Yes.
I mean, you know, maybe we find some enemies for you to use as your father. How about that? I feel like these people
necromancy on evil people isn't evil.
you know, there's a lot of moral implications behind that.
Don't.
This, okay.
Do I look like someone who
it's
has
subjective.
morals?
Let me
No, actually,
let me word
not
this.
even one.
I rest my case.
Let me word this the right way. Are you looking to fuck up what we're trying to do here? If yes, then you're staying.
No, I will be coming. I don't intend to bring anything out with me. I just want to know what I have here in case I need it.
Okay, that's fair.
We need to find this guy a bunch of bodies he can use from, I don't know, from...
He has a fucking wagon full.
This is true.
Now I just have to ask out of curiosity, did any of you guys question my morals when I brought the dead against Arca? Because now I'm scared for myself.
No, there is a difference between raising from the dead a bunch of terrible people that were attempting to kill you and disrespecting them, compared to, like, you know, these people who are just fighting in a game.
Alright.
Respect is subjective.
Necromancy on evil people isn't evil.
It isn't. You're right. They deserve it.
The problem here is that I'm not necessarily good.
Java.exe has stopped working.
Right, but they are.
Okay, so we should go because we've been standing here for like 40 seconds.
Just giving each other eyes and looks like.
Like, what the fuck?
I don't think the guards will care. They're clearly too stupid to realize what we meant. I think us
Not if
standing
we
here will
keep-
not look any more suspicious.
If we keep looking at each other like this, let's go.
Rel turns to the guards. Sorry, we're all connected like mentally, and we all just simultaneously had a stroke. We're going now.
You actually pops out of her invisibility and is on the floor laughing.
The lady goes, okay, that's enough.
My God.
Oh god. the female guard just says, I think I might actually need to clear this. So, look, do you have a writ or a permit, something to be down here? I don't think you should go down there.
She like checks herself.
Well, we could just stand
Well,
here while one of you runs and goes and gets her.
No.
Well-
You can go get her.
I don't want to go get her. She's super busy.
Oh,
I know.
well,
I just came from her room.
that.
Oh.
I'm absolutely doing the eyebrows.
Oh.
But anyways, so there shouldn't be any trouble then for you to go and get a writ from her. Just a little signed piece of paper. I don't. You're. She stops herself. You're banned from this area until further notice.
Okay, wait. You saw me performing in the contest, right?
I did, but that does not automatically make
Right.
you fallible.
But you also saw me up in Luca's box.
Call evens or odds.
Evens.
I did. But
That
again,
is when I asked her.
I would be much more comfortable having a writ. After this strange display, you have aroused my suspicions.
Don't worry, I'll
Trust
send
me.
one of the skeletons. They can find Luca.
She blinks a couple of times.
You can either let us in, or I will send the skeletons to find your leader.
Look, I just don't want to bother her. She's super busy. I know what she's like doing, planning more festivals and stuff, and why waste her time when she already said that we could go?
The guy looks at Alex and goes, "Is that a threat?"
No, it's a promise.
Okay.
I'm just going to say as straight-facedly and cheerful as I possibly can.
I think you should all leave.
Oh, you.
I'm going to do the Jedi mind wave and be like, you should let us in.
Does she give me a gift? Do I have a gift from her?
Other than a shitty biscuit, no.
Not that you can share with the rest of the world.
I'm like, I have half the biscuit left. Is this proof that I just came from her? No?
You can't keep. You have sat on the floor the entire time is laughing her ass off. You were hopeless.
I just don't want to bother her, all right? I'm trying to be considerate.
We're really bad at talking our way into a room.
We had her away in the room, and then you had to go and say something. I did not say that out loud.
I have no regrets.
Yeah, absolutely not.
Okay.
I have no reason to hide what I'm doing. I don't think it's wrong.
The guard now stands. She says, "I'm sorry, but if you don't leave, I am going to arrest you."
Fine.
Thank you. Goodbye. Don't come back.
Oh, I'm coming back with a writ from Luca.
If you have a writ, you can come here all you want to, but not till then.
I'm also gonna say how rude you've been.
That's perfectly fine. I'm sure that I will get absolutely and totally reprimanded. Not
She's a guard. She's guarding.
doing my job.
How far away is Luca's room from here?
It's another 30-minute walk.
I'm going to go just outside of where they're telling us to leave from and sit down and start studying and wait for Ara to come back.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go fucking.
Okay. Walking back through the commune, up through the tunnels, down on the lower levels, you finally make your way back to Luca's room.
I knock on the door.
Okay. Knock on the door. She. Come in.
I poke my head in. Sorry to be back so soon. The guards say we need a writ, and they're being very rude.
Okay. Yeah. She takes a piece of a scrap paper off of her desk and pulls over the little inkwell and scribbles on it. Okay, this should get you in. She takes a seal, basically a stamp, and essentially stamps the paper. Okay, that should be good enough. Here you go.
Thank you.
I'm sorry about that. I should have given you one.
Sorry. Rel turns and leaves and heads back.
Okay. An hour after Rel leaves, you see her return. Those of you that waited, not far from the entrance to the underground, the arena, the Undercoff.
Are these guards like in front of the door?
They are.
Or like directly in front? Like, could I walk past them?
You could try and walk through them, like between them.
Yeah. So Rel walks up, not even waiting for them to like read the writ. She hands it out as she like continues to like squeeze past them.
And I'm absolutely going to get up with an unusual amount of enthusiasm.
Okay, gotcha. As you basically just force your way past them. Let me.
She eyes the guard, like, very annoyed.
All right, everything seems to be in order. Enjoy your stay. Just let you pass. As you enter into...
Thank you for wasting an hour of both of our times.
You're welcome.
I swear to God.
This guard's worked customer service her whole life. Wait, hold on. Entering into the Undercoff, you see that it's kind of like a two-tiered thing. At first, you enter out onto this kind of wide, flat area that seems to circle the arena itself. And then there's also a set of stairs that leads down to this second circle that is, wider out. So you go down... you would know, kind of just judging by like how everything looks, that the body of this champion is going to be up on the first level. And so heading to circling around on the first level, you start kind of peeking around and looking. Basically what you're doing is walking through this large circular hallway. The hallway itself is probably somewhere around 10 to 15 feet wide and about, I would say, 15-ish feet tall. So it's pretty large. And as you walk through the circular hallway, you find that there are rooms off to both your left and your right. Peeking into each of these rooms, you see that many of them are empty, but each of them contains this kind of like altar-looking table, and also a counter on the other side of the room that looks to be equipped with various bits and bobs. To put it bluntly, these are mortician's tools.
Also, I recast that.
Okay, gotcha. Walking around the hallway, eventually you do find the body of the fallen champion laying there on this kind of like sandstone, yellow stone altar. It does not look like anybody has worked on him. And there is a smell. Not a pleasant.
Is that decay or?
It is.
Okay.
Lovely.
All right. I mean, here he is. Do you want me to just cast the spell?
I guess, yeah.
You should probably form the questions first. That way you're not coming up with on the fly.
It would be a great idea, you know?
I mean...
It feels like it's been 2.5 months or something since I've done this.
Okay,
Sure.
Sure.
It's like window shopping, but worse.
In your last fight, before you died, do you feel as if you were poisoned? Or did you feel as if you were poisoned? That's question one.
You get 5 questions, so y'all are free to come up with whatever questions you might want.
Well, I think it depends on the answer to that one.
Yeah.
For me, at
Okay.
least. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Zhao prepares the spell, takes a few moments to set out the various salts and components for the spell itself, and with a breath, the spell is active. And Zhao asks the first question. So the first question is, if I'm understanding correctly, during the fight, did you feel like you were poisoned?
Yeah, but I asked specifically the last fight before you died. Did you feel
Okay.
like you were poisoned during it?
Gotcha. The body responds, measured, kind of almost hollow gasp. I felt less control than normal. Something altered me. Poison, maybe.
I think another prudent question would be to ask how long he felt like that.
I was thinking.
Yeah.
Okay, how did he word it? He said he felt
Altered.
altered. How long before the fight did you feel that?
I think a more piercing question is, how long had he been feeling altered?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of how to word that. So leave little room for interpretation. Although I guess he doesn't have reason to lie to us.
No, he doesn't.
How long had you been feeling altered, as you put it?
Okay. Sends. He responds, it didn't start till my fight with her. As soon as I got close.
Oh.
Second, started fighting her. I felt slow, clumsy.
Can I make an Arcana check
You can try.
to figure out if there are any like spells that would cause that
Sure.
or magical effects?
I would
Okay.
like to assist.
Okay.
Is that concentration? Yeah, it is not concentration. Can I get guidance from someone?
I don't have guidance.
I
Zhao
also
could.
don't have guidance.
Then yeah.
Zhao could do it, because it's speak with that isn't concentration, so.
Are you still a bard?
Yes. You want me to?
Can I steal one of those two just to be safe?
Sure. Good luck with your magic mumbo jumbo.
Fucking anti-inspiring. You take a -6 to your next roll.
You can do it. I pray you can.
Do we need to get you a pair of pom-poms?
Yeah. That's exactly the hand motion I was making too.
What's your bardic inspiration?
D6.
Give me an F. Give me a U. Give me a C.
Wow.
Give me a K.
30.
Fuck.
Yeah. That's
Okay, that's still pretty good. So a 30. Okay. It's hard to pin down because slow and sluggish and clumsy, these are the way you feel under the effects of a number of different spells. Being a sorcerer and also being very familiar with some of the more clerical magic as well, or holy magic, you know that there are both many arcane and divine spells that can make somebody feel like this. In particular, the one that pops to your mind almost immediately is Bane. But you know for a fact that you know one of these spells, and that is the static. What is it
Mine's
called?
static.
synaptic static.
Yes.
Synaptic static. Thank you. Yeah, synaptic static. You know that there is a spell that is somewhat high level to cast called Confusion that could perhaps do something like this. So there are a number of spells that could absolutely cause this effect. And being a sorcerer, it's not out of the realm of possibility that she's also a sorcerer, and that maybe she's subtle spelled. But you don't have any confirmation of that either. That would just be a working theory.
Subtle spell makes a lot of sense, though.
Well, subtle spell from her wouldn't be illegal, right?
Correct. It could have also been a subtle spell from the crowd as well.
Yeah, that's the problem.
But the people that were monitoring magic could sense that it was cast from the crowd.
Potentially.
Not where it came
That-
from,
there-
but it came from.
There is a spell that hides that.
There is.
There is, yeah.
Yeah. Magic, something magic aura. If I remember correctly.
Yeah, it's just called Magic Aura normally. The named version of it in the official book is Nystel's Magic Aura.
So the options are that it was well-timed poison, or a spell.
Doesn't Xiao give off an aura of some kind?
Oh yeah, detect poison.
Yeah.
He can detect poison, yeah.
Hold up. Does he have that as like part of his thing?
I think it should be on.
That's just a spell that he has.
Oh, also I forgot to take a long rest for him.
Oh no.
So he's cast Speak with Dead already. What else does he cast?
Guidance.
Guidance is it.
Okay, so then I never restored his spell slots. All right, so I will give him that long rest real quick and then subtract that spell slot.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Rock on, homie G.
How does this work? Well, Zhao, could you use Detect Poison and Disease?
We still have a few more questions we could use.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure. Detect poison and disease. The body is free of poison. Not free of disease. This guy.
He identifies the disease in each case.
Okay. This guy has some pretty gnarly issues with his heart. Or had.
Would there be any traces from magic left on the body?
There are methods. I don't know if you have any in your party, but there are methods in the game to detect if a spell has been cast in a location recently.
Okay.
But they are typically extremely high level.
What spell would that be? Out of character.
For instance, you could do it with Wish, and you could do it with a Knowledge Cleric's 17th level ability. Those are both possible avenues, but and I'm sure there's something like methods that I'm not thinking of, but off the top of my head, that kind of magic does exist. It's just usually really high level.
I gotcha. I just can't pull some detective shit with ritual casting detect magic.
Fortunately. You can try. I mean, you never know, but detect magic is usually active spells.
Mm-hmm.
How does commune work?
I need a more specific question than that.
The spell commune.
Right. What do you mean? How does it work?
Like in this specific world, like because it says you contact your deity or divine proxy.
Yeah. In this case, the divine proxy is the world itself. So you kind of reach out to essentially what is the ether itself. And that can be interpreted by each cleric in an entirely different way. Some clerics are religious, and they do interpret the aether as speaking to them, not as the aether, but as their deity. Other clerics are more logical, and they interpret it as the aether. Other clerics think it's the spirit of the world. Zhao's pretty practical. He kind of just is like, yeah, I cast the spell and this thing happens.
Okay. We have that as an option too then.
Yep. Yeah, something like commune would be a good example of what I was talking about earlier.
Okay. Okay, so let's finish with our questions. I guess a good next one would be, how long had he how long would or how long had he been suffering from a heart disease?
Do you want me to ask him that?
That's if you
I guess,
do.
yeah. Sure. Hey buddy, how long has your heart been so fucked up? It started a few months before the proving.
Are we saying that he basically had a stroke when he went to fight Zara?
No.
Is that what we're deducing from this?
Possible.
It is possible. Depending how
Overexerted himself, but
he would have been training though before the proving.
He would have, and he fought many fights before this. The champion doesn't just get up in the final match. The champion fights the whole tournament over.
Yeah.
And she flat out killed him. So.
And he seemed fine through the other matches. In fact, he handily beat every single opponent that he fought.
Okay. So it's not that then.
It sounds like some secret magic was used or something. You don't think it was like one of her cronies, do you?
Maybe.
Isn't Callius a sorcerer?
Yes. We did see him subtle spell something, I think, right?
He did. He was fighting against a duo. Him and his partner, cleric, I believe.
Yeah, that was it. However, I think another good question to ask is if he wore anything that made him resistant to magic, or mind-altering effects.
Okay. Any objections?
I think that's our last question, correct?
I think you get one more.
4. That's 4.
Oh, it's 4? Okay, yeah. Then this is your last question.
I
No,
thought we did
No,
3.
this is 4.
Yeah, this is 4. We got 2 more.
Okay,
Yeah.
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 Okay. Zhao asked. No. I went in only with the most basic equipment, just like always.
Okay. Can we ask like a sort of multi-part question? Like,
If it has 2 answers, then it counts as 2 questions.
shit.
What were you gonna ask?
If he ate anything right before he went in, or drank anything.
Could word it as if somebody gave him something to eat or drink before.
Was anything consumed prior to the battle?
I like the way Skelly Boy said it.
Oh, you
Yeah.
haven't seen anything yet.
I've
Yeah, I
seen
think that's a good
lots
way to
more
word it.
than I wanted to.
Oh, I've got a show for you in our next fight,
No.
and I'm just going to wink at him.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, did you fuck?
Was anything consumed by you before the fight?
Was anything consumed by you before the fight? And I had a meal. It was bird meat and flagon of some kind of ale.
Okay.
That's all we have. Thinking a magical effect, a spell, or... Because the poison...
Sure. Well, I guess there's a way we can find out.
Well, Dad didn't find any poison
Yeah.
with detect poison and disease, so that last question was kind of moot.
Are there
But
any...
there are poisons that could be out of his system now. Or have decayed out.
Yeah, I was just about to ask that. What kind of poisons could decay out?
What do you mean?
You know, get out of a dead body system or decayed out as RSS.
I mean, that's such an incredibly broad answer. I don't have an answer for you that's direct. There are, like,
A lot.
literally thousands.
Yeah.
Like most poisons. What you're talking about is the half-life of a poison, and typically anything toxic to you is going to only remain in your body for anywhere from 24 hours up to maybe like 72. Outside of that, it's probably not going to be present in your body for that, except for incredibly small traces.
Well, I can think of... Well, yeah, would you be willing to commune?
I can. Sure.
Okay, so we need some questions to ask there.
Okay.
How many questions do we get?
3 out of character.
Okay. I'm not 100% sure on commune.
and they have to be yes or no. Like, they have to be able to be answered with a yes or a no.
Was he killed with foul play? Sabotage?
No, we already know that something was wrong with him. And more than likely it wasn't the disease. So I think the question should be worded in a way to narrow down even further. Perhaps...
If it came from her or someone else?
Yeah, I think the first question that's prudent to ask is, was he under a spell that altered him in a negative way during the fight?
And then figuring out who cast it?
Yeah, and based off that answer, we can then narrow it down if it was her or not.
That makes sense.
So I guess we do that.
Okay. And what are you asking specifically?
So I'll ping the spell. He's on a ritual cast this, so he doesn't consume the slot. So specifically, the first question is...
A spell or magical effect. Specify
what was
that.
the champion's name?
Don't look at me.
Shit, I don't remember.
I don't
think it
remember
was
either.
given.
Was it not?
I think he was just referred to as the champion.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was. So let's give him a name. Hold on. 1 second.
Fodder for the wagon?
No. Name was Borek.
Borek.
If he had a name before that, he doesn't anymore. His name's Borek now.
All right. Was Borek, the previous champion, under any magical effects that would have negatively altered him during his fight with Zera?
Shouldn't you say spells or negative?
Yes, sorry. Any spells or magical effects that would have altered him negatively in his fight with Zera?
Ja sits down, begins to commune. You can actually even see some of the various like salts, and he's got a little vial of water, or basically like a bottle of water that's sitting in front of him, and it begins to kind of glow. And he takes it and just pours a little bit out into the kind of rock and dust that he's sitting on, and you watch it just pour downwards towards him, and he was.
Sorry, I read the spell. It says in a case where a one-word answer could be misleading or contrary to the deities.
You guys eat fries and burgers?
Are you having French fries and burgers? No?
Maybe like
Not right now.
no fries or...
No. Thank you.
It says in case where a one-word answer could be misleading or contrary to the deity's interest, the DM might offer a short phrase as an answer instead.
Correct. Yeah. In this case, the answer is yes.
Okay. Was the spell or magical effect affecting Borek during his fight with Zera cast by Zera?
Or produced.
Or produced, yes.
Okay. The water splits into two streams, and both of them begin to head continue down towards Zhao. As it's still, the water is like pulsing this little glow, and he just nods. Yes, it was made by Zera.
Well, shit. Okay.
Oh, fuck.
That's not good.
Well, it's not illegal.
It's not. but had to be sure. The more you know about your enemy, the better.
Okay. Well, 1 second. I got my body. How?
Oh no.
No, sneezing hurts.
Worst.
Did the magical effect, or did the spell or magical effect
What are you trying to phrase?
I'm trying to figure out if it came from a magical item or her, like, her innate ability.
The effect or spell, did it come from an item? And then if it didn't come from an item, it's innate.
Okay. Did the spell or magical effect that was altering Borak during his fight with Zera originate from an item on Zera's person? Or an item attuned to? No. Attuned to or on Zera's person?
The two streams stop heading towards Zhao and instead diverge into two separate paths. And he says no.
Then it's innate.
Okay, so she is also a sorcerer.
Or something of the mix.
Something, yes. She's a fucking Sorkadin.
She's a sorcerer fighter type person. Maybe she's a Songblade.
So, I guess that gives us some insight into what she can do.
Or a Sorlock, Pact of the Blade Sorlock.
That would work too. Because her blade did come out of nowhere, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, she's totally a Pact of the Blade Sorlock. Okay.
Well,
Okay, well, we know what to expect now.
somewhat.
Fucking warlocks.
Hey!
Not you, the other warlocks.
What did Amalia do?
Not her, the other warlock.
I mean, I've probably done a lot.
Ah, goddamn.
Well. Oh, at this point, I would relay the conversation I had with Luca.
Okay.
So, if we want to make this an official matter, we can bring it up to her, but that would require all parties involved to be under, I'm assuming, a Zone of Truth spell.
Not a good plan.
I don't have anything to hide, but I do have concerns over what they might ask.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But also, I mean, I feel like there's a lot of potential for gain there, too.
There is. But if they verify that we do indeed have Khans Ash, then they can spin us in a negative light.
Well, Silk knew about the, you-know-what. So they know about the you-know-what. Or have a hunch.
I mean, if they already know about it, I don't know if there's any harm in actually, dissipating.
Question.
Yeah.
Out of character.
Sure.
When it comes to Zone of Truth, if a group of people is asked a question, does it matter who answers?
I mean, if you're under a zone of truth, it doesn't matter who answers as long as that the person answering is under a zone of truth.
Okay, let me rephrase that. In this specific instance, if they ask about Kanzadash and how we acquired it, if Alexander was to answer, he doesn't actually know.
Right, so you could attempt to give an answer, but
I mean, I could...
You would mostly just be speculating.
I mean, would that be a way to dodge the question, is my question.
Not against any intelligent Inquisitor, no.
Okay.
Anybody worth their salt is going to be asking specific people the, specific questions.
That's fair.
And these are
Sorry.
You're fine. You would all know, the people that you're dealing with are not amateurs. These are professionals. This is what they do for a living. Especially Zara, who is a devoted, and the devoted's name carries a lot of weight with anybody that's ever been to Astoria or the Silver Isles.
Yeah, but doesn't carry much weight on the tribe.
Right, the tribe doesn't know who the fuck the devoted are, but you all being from various places in the world, the devoted is like it's like when you say like the CIA, like everyone knows who the fuck the CIA are and what they do. It's the same thing with the devoted.
I still think it's a bad idea.
Question.
Answer.
Do I know specifically that this is a dragon egg?
Yeah, you identified it.
At this point, it's become abundantly clear that it is.
Okay.
Yeah, you correctly identified it when we first got it, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Why I hang on to little tidbits of information like that, I will never know.
I mean, at least somebody does.
Yeah.
Hey, that means I'm interested in the story at least.
I just couldn't remember the specifics, like, clearly.
Yeah, you do know that at this point it is indeed a dragon egg.
And
Okay.
I believe you deduced that it's a gem egg. A gem dragon. Possibly. Or it could be a hybrid.
Rel hasn't told everyone that though, right?
That it's a dragon egg?
Yeah, like specifically that it's a dragon egg. I know we had a conversation about it, but I thought at that point she still wasn't 100% sure.
There was a conversation at one point that I remember of y'all talking about the potential of it being either a dragon or a phoenix.
I know for a fact that you knows.
Yeah, you knows.
And Zhao definitely knows what this is.
And say
Yeah.
it's a phoenix egg.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember telling Zhao.
Zhao definitely knows what this is.
Zhao freaked out. He's like, "Don't you dare hatch that thing!"
Zhao definitely knows what this is. He's seen these. These are, he comes from Mirvanine, where these things are considered holy relics.
Xander doesn't know, though.
Alexander does not know. It's true.
I potentially know of its existence, but not that what it is.
That's true.
I just mean, my ignorance is potentially our best tool.
Yeah, she hasn't hid the fact that she has an egg, but she's not explicitly said what it is.
Correct.
But once again, the question would probably not be directed at me.
True.
It depends on... Yeah, and they know that you're new to the group, so they probably wouldn't be asking you questions like that. And I tell you that not as a metagaming thing, but more of like a given your experience with these people. Yeah, this is like common sense, kind of.
So here's the thing: did we ever agree that we would give them these things that they want?
We said we'd look for it.
Yeah, I made no promises to anybody about this. We said that we would search, we would keep an eye out. I believe was the word that was uttered.
Other than that, we're ambassadors. We're not always their fetching tool.
But I don't think it matters what we promise if this is what Hyan wants. I'm going to take it.
Correct. But if we don't want to give it up, then at that point if we play our hand.
Bury Zara's body under the sand.
Then we force them to play their hand. If they want it, then they have to kill us.
And given that she seems to be the direct type of just killing people, she might just try to kill us while we're in the meeting.
I mean, do we think we could kill her?
In that specific setting, probably.
With the guards there too on our side, I believe so.
With the guards there, absolutely. But I don't think she's going to attack in the meeting. She's smart. She's not stupid.
Yes, but Prel is very good at provoking people.
Uh-huh. I am too, if I want to.
I mean, we can try to do some kind of provocation, but...
That was my goal with confronting them in the first place.
Try to tease them into attacking?
Yeah.
But we also have the issue with Hyan randomly, peeking in.
If they attack us, that's on Hyan.
Well, if Hyan peeks in anyway, if they don't attack us, Hyan will find out.
Mm.
And she could use that as a provocation to exile us from the group.
She's in such bad... She's in a bad position right now, given everything that happened.
And the power play she tried to play?
Yeah. I don't think she has the authority to do that. Nor do I think the others within the group are willing to agree to an exile of their most valuable assets.
They don't give two shits about me.
No. But we need...
They probably don't even know you exist.
Not yet, anyway.
Yeah. I think we should play our hand.
So we go to the meeting?
Yeah.
Stab Zara in the face?
Unless
If she attacks us first, yes.
But the other issue, I'm going to just say this, that they could just wait until we leave.
Well, that was my thought. Like, what if we just left the city and then just duked it out? Like, can we kill them? I don't know. Get it over with. Just fuck them up.
An option.
There is strength in numbers, but I would also hate to damage any people that don't deserve it.
What if we lied about going somewhere and then we were like, oh, we're gonna go this place, and then we knew that they were gonna ambush us, so we had I don't know, reinforcements or something.
We could always return to Ronin.
Ambush the ambush. I don't.
I think doing this within the confines of the law suits to serve us better.
Rel slowly shifting from that chaotic alignment to the fucking neutral alignment.
But she's never been chaotic.
Oh, really? I thought she was like chaotic neutral or chaotic evil or something.
No. I've had her
okay.
since the very beginning, lawful evil.
Oh, interesting. Okay, gotcha.
The law would be on our side, but hear me out. If Ion peeks in and she finds out that Zyra's dead, she could spin it. Because we're not there to defend ourselves.
Well, how is she going to spin it? Because she's spying on.
And we already informed Poe that she might have sent assassins to us.
Isn't Poe the one with the power right now?
Yes.
Poe and Akira.
It's literally just Poe. Like she invoked the right of the Order, and it's all under her immediate jurisdiction, as far as I understand.
So, if she does try and spin it, we can offer ourselves up as evidence, our memories, which pretty solid evidence if all of our memories corroborate the same exact story.
Yeah. I feel like Kayan wouldn't try anything specifically because there's such an easy counter to it.
Probably.
She would be sneaky about it.
She is sneaky. She's dangerous.
Have you all not just killed her yet?
I don't want to try.
Let's say she has a small platoon of her guild with her.
You think
Up until
Poe
now.
does?
I don't know. Would she?
What'd you say?
Who?
I was asking if you think Poe would help us.
If we had evidence, yes, I believe so.
I would think so as well. That we wouldn't come to her for aid like this unless we absolutely needed it to complete what we were here for. Hired to do.
Just I'm getting from this conversation is that we're killing Zara one way or another. It's just where we kill her.
Well, I'm okay with whatever we decide.
If we prove that they are assassins, then they will be exiled from the city, which benefits us, as that gives us a safe-ish place.
It would also block us in.
Correct. But when we leave, we know to expect them, so one way or another...
At that point, they would have no reason to not attack the transportation route and block us in that way.
I don't think they want to start a political war.
Never know.
I mean, I don't know.
I mean, if Hyon is as ruthless as what I am led to believe, I don't think she cares what goes on down here as long as she gets her egg.
But how does that stand to gain her? It only stands to make her lose.
If it gets at her egg, I don't. No, that's the game. It depends on if she has other goals other than other things.
Yeah. I say, because we already provided them a way out, all she'd have to do is get her egg and then just bust the barrier with those out-of-sight pickaxe. And her troop can leave.
The question is that all she's after down here?
I don't know.
Hard to say.
I'd like to point out we're having this conversation in a crypt.
You are.
Telepathically, yeah.
Yep.
Looks like we're just kind of like communing around the body.
Giving it some last rites, man.
Yeah.
Paying our respects.
Exactly.
Not having a stroke this time.
At least it's with a dead corpse and not living people.
Has had a seizure, actually.
uh,
The good time.
yeah, I think we should just tip our hand.
Okay.
Do I get to use my glaive this time?
If they
I would
fight us,
say-
yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh.
Okay. So, question is, if we are attacked by her, do we focus her down first? Or do we take care of her groupies?
I think that absolutely depends on how the fight is going
I
and
agree.
whether or not our associate lends his help.
I feel like Callias would be pretty easy to take out.
I don't actually know what, aside from some blight,
I
what
mean-
Anastasia's capable of.
Dying like a bitch.
Yeah, she could have been holding back.
She can't fucking fly.
She could have been holding back,
This is true.
though.
I don't. Maybe. I don't think she would have.
Yeah, I don't think she would have either. I think she would have used that as a chance to best and berate me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, I agree.
She was looking for the flex.
It depends if... Sorry, I'm trying to remember out of character. How quickly did Ro go into flight mode?
Like, instantly.
Instantly?
Yeah.
Well, she seemed very close quarters, so either she was hiding that she has range, or maybe she saw you go up into the air and decided to go light because she couldn't fight you anyways.
Possible.
Well, she's capable of casting some higher level necromancy magic with blight. Right? I think blight's necromancy.
It is.
Yes, it is.
Okay. So, and that's smarts. I can confirm that.
I just don't want us to go in expecting nothing and get taken by surprise.
Well, that's what I was saying. I don't know what to expect from her because,
I mean, at that point, if you don't know what to expect, I feel like you have to treat her like a major threat.
yeah.
In my opinion, unknowns are the most dangerous part of a fight.
And also, the biggest threat in the room may take our attention away from the smaller ones.
I wonder if, like, Amalia, you're pretty good at beating the fuck out of people. I mean, I wonder if you could lock down Zera for a minute. Like, keep her from fucking around with everyone else. Is there a way for you to, like, shield your mind from some kind of, like, anti-charm bullshit?
Oh, if we're talking about anti-charms, I shouldn't have a problem with that. Let's bring this back out and read that.
Wait,
Don't
can't
we have mind shield?
Most of us do, I believe, in some fashion or another.
yeah,
Normally I don't because I have a Cypher Gem. But Cypher Gem doesn't actually shield me. I'm just immune from having my mind read.
Gotcha.
I am.
I thought. Go ahead. Sorry.
I am immune to being mind read as long as I have thought shield up, which I can also give to you guys. I can give everyone that if you give me a short rest.
I can lie through my teeth even in the circle of truth.
Can you?
I think Rel can too, because she has something that gives you advantage on deception checks via the truth.
I'm immune to magic that determines whether or not I am lying.
But wouldn't they tell, like, and be able to know that you were immune to it?
That's a good question.
feel like they would.
I don't know. Cast Zone of Truth on him.
I don't know if I have it prepared.
I wouldn't want you to waste it anyways. Not now.
But yeah, for reference, you can tell automatically if somebody has failed the save or not. So if you're immune, you don't fail the save. In which case, they would be able to tell if you're not affected by the spell. Generally speaking, there may be ways around that, but
Oh, I can do that too. Look.
Thought shield. Same issue here though. They're the same effect basically.
Yeah.
Shit.
That one doesn't stop line magic actually.
Doesn't stop it, but makes it harder for them to determine if you're telling the truth or not.
Yeah,
right,
just
but we would be
advantage on the
expected to
save.
fail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Creates the same problem.
Technically lock her down, just not the way that anybody would be expecting.
Do I want to know?
It'll be fine.
Charisma Warlock. Embracing her inner bard.
No, that's... I wasn't originally thinking that.
Well, I feel like the strategy at that point would be to lock down Zera and then take care of her cronies. Or maybe like Callias in Anastasia. We've seen what Galamir can do. I don't think Galamir is a major threat, but he's going to lock one of us down into a situation where we won't be able to run from him.
We also do have cannon fodder that we can use.
Hello?
And
Hello.
we can see if Silk.
I can't hear anything.
Hello?
So,
Silk could join us on this, but I would keep it iffy at best.
I feel like Catboy's full of shit.
That's why I said
probably.
iffy.
But we can also give him the benefit of the doubt and keep him out of it.
Okay.
But
We're not required to give up our sources of information.
yes, and we can kind of keep him out of the fighting. Should it, happen.
Right.
Alright, well, I've been sitting cross-legged for 20 minutes. I'm going to stand up.
We're all does the same.
Uh,
Alright. I think we should go to Luca and tell her we would like this meeting. Additionally, also, Zhao,
No.
but please?
Okay.
Oh, thanks.
What am I agreeing to?
The pronoun
I
game.
need... well, I want to get some tattoos. And, well, the skin is weak and spongy, and healing magic helps to help with that, which would then speed up the process of getting the tattoos.
I see. Okay. Alright, so you want me to come in and heal you while you get stabbed?
Yes.
Got it. Okay. Sure, yeah, absolutely. That's that's what I was thinking of too, Arc. The spirit is willing, but the flesh is spongy and bruised.
Well, if
It
you...
fits, but it's not entirely accurate.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, oh, are you trying to make that quote?
I was referencing that, yes.
It's no good.
I could also give some healing words if you need them later. Or now, depending on when the meeting is.
Well, I'm thinking we could do the meeting tomorrow, since she'll need time to set up her truth seers.
Yes. I do think we should stay together tonight if that's the case. Just in case if we force their hand a little early. Or at
I
least
mean,
not
that's
go
gonna be an
alone.
intelligent choice.
Let's say if you go to Luca's place, 2 of us will escort you there. Make sure you get there safely and leave. How's that?
Okay.
What are we all not just joining Luca in her room? I feel a little left out here.
I'm not going to. I'll escort you, but no. All right. Well, I think it's time to go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The dead has told us what we needed.
As you stand and exit the crypt, the guards give you a funny eye on your way out, but don't say anything to you. And you head towards Luca to inform her of more or less the plan. Let's go ahead and take a little break here.
Sounds good.
Let's do 10 minutes.
Huzzah!
All right. You're good to go, though.
Oh, good point. Right.
Okay, we're good.
Okay.
So, with that being said, Xiao and you would have noticed, something very off in the way, like, Rel spoke as if she was trying to hide something specifically when we were talking about wanting to leave.
I see.
Like, I guess to give some
Apprehension?
clearer insight, a huge sense of worry.
Gotcha.
Worry.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I wanted to bring it up because, like, this is something she's feeling and she is trying to hide it, but, like, I also didn't just want to, like, say...
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
I mean, Zhao's not the type to just bring it up. He would wait for a moment to talk about it, so...
Right, I'm just letting people know.
Okay. Alright, so as we return, you begin your short journey to Luca, who, as you reach her office, she invites you in and gives you all, offers you all a cup of the like spiced tea that she has here. So if I'm to understand it, you want to go ahead with this meeting then?
Yes.
And you're aware that you will also be under the effects of the truth sayer?
Yep.
Oh, if that's the case, you can definitely do that.
I do have one question.
Okay.
Oh, what?
Oh?
Well, how much do you care about the politics of what is happening between, well, the Triumvirate?
Between your people?
Yeah.
Not much.
That's
As long
what
as
I
it's
thought.
not affecting mine, it's not very important to me.
That's what I thought.
So... Okay. I can organize this. We can have it ready by tomorrow.
That would be
I
perfect.
will compel attendance, so if they want to remain in the city, they'll have to attend. And we'll go ahead and get this all aired out. In the open, no more secrets, no more lies, no more tension, and if necessary, we can settle this like a proper trial.
Does that mean combat out of character? Would I know this?
No, it does not.
Okay.
Their legal system. This is basically their legal system.
Yeah. All right. All right.
All right. I'll go ahead and get it organized. It'll be tomorrow. However, I can't organize it today.
That's what we were hoping for, because I wanted to go get my tattoos today.
Oh, well, all right then. Good luck. It's gonna hurt.
I know. Ain't a bitch.
You will be after this.
Oh.
All right.
Sweats.
Oh man.
Oh god.
These are body covering tattoos, and man, you get them on like the thinner parts of your skin, and oh god.
Yeah, I know.
That collarbone. Oh no. Anyway.
You know, I'm going to reach over and I'm going to take a collarbone off one of the skeletons and hand it to Mel and say, here, or to Rel. You know, and say, here, bite on this, it'll help.
We should
The
probably.
collarbone is too large to fit in your mouth comfortably.
You might want to go
I'm
with
not
the
thinking I
ring.
might. From what I can feel of mine, it would fit.
They're pretty big. You might be able to fit it, but not comfortably.
Mm.
Like 3 inches wide, man.
Maybe I'm not thinking of the right bone.
Listen,
Here's
Just get her a
Here's your
little
collarbone.
drunk. She'll be
It's-
fine.
it's connected to the neck bone.
I grew up on the streets.
Yeah, that's what I'm
It's,
feeling, and mine does not feel that big. Like-
I mean, they're big enough. I don't know. I wouldn't want that thing in my mouth.
I grew up on the streets. This can't compare to going the feeling of starvation. So
Are you just proving that you're a freak in the streets and the sheets?
What?
What?
I think it was just the streets, actually.
yeah.
Oh dear.
I think the streets were what was mentioned, so I'm not sure about the other part.
No, that's me. Not her.
That much we know. We can be confident in that answer.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Amalia and one of the skeletons tried to hook up at one point.
Oh no.
Hey. Don't drag me into this. I don't even remember. Oh, was it one of the... Never mind.
I don't
You
believe
and
this.
Warhol.
This is where I check out. Zhao, here we go. Let's go.
Sorry.
Alright. I need holy
That's-
water.
That's not what you think it was.
As
But I
Zhao
understand the confusion.
I would like to come along for the observance of pain.
as Zhao passes by everyone, he sprinkles all of you with a dash of holy water.
I am going to let out a very cat-like hiss.
You kisses his hand.
I need you to roll Constitution for me.
Absolutely. Saving throw?
Oh yeah. Sure. 12. It actually burns just ever so slightly.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely going to be like a cat-like hiss included the flicking tongue of a snake.
It's the sensation. It's the sensation of walking into very bright sunlight after being in a dark room for like hours.
Ugh.
It's like
I'm going to very gently pat him on the hand with my ice-cold hands. My icy hands can be payback.
He like recoils like. Ugh. All right.
I'm still coming along to watch the pain.
You go in and find one of the shamans. There is currently a shaman who is. They're not giving a lecture, but they do have many people around them, and they're basically just chatting. These are, they're called shamans, and they are kind of spiritual leaders, but they're also very much just like village elders. These are people that are wise. They're here to guide the younger population through harder times. They act as spiritual leaders. They act as counselors. They act as advisors. That's their primary function, and because of that, they are very well known within the communities. And you can often find people just kind of hanging out with them during their free time, just, chilling, basically. And they are chilling. They are currently passing around a bowl of some kind of clear liquid that you can smell from here. It smells, it's hard to describe the smell in D&D, but out of D&D, it smells like turpentine.
Oh, I was going to say it smells like skunk, because
No.
I assumed you were going for a bong.
No, it's a little bowl. It's literally like a bowl of clear liquid. And every night, they'll pass it around, and each one of them takes a little sip from. This is some kind of extremely strong spirit or something.
What's the culturally appropriate way to greet at elders? Is there one?
There's not like a agreed upon way, generally speaking. You're supposed to just treat them with respect. That's pretty much it. They're just they're just village elders, and usually that does mean they do kind of demand a little bit of respect, but there's no like honorifics or anything.
Okay. I guess then I approach.
Okay. So, he takes the bowl and passes it to one of the people that's kind of sitting next to him. He's an elderly fellow, probably in his later years of life. He's got this flowing beard that is now tied into probably like 6 or 7 separate braids. This thing is a work of art. It reaches down to his waist, but currently he has it kind of thrown over like the back of his shoulder as he's reclined in this heavy, like fur-lined, I hesitate to say chair, but it is basically a pile of furs. As he reclines and passes the bowl over, "Can I help you, child?"
Yes, Luca said this was to talk to one of you about tattoos.
Oh, you, what is your name?
Relindra.
Relindra. See, he looks around at some of the people. Would you mind an audience?
No.
Perfect. A bonding it is. This will... Have you ever had anything like this done before? I don't think he looks you over. I don't think you do. You have.
No.
He gives like this kind of solemn nod to himself. He's like not nodding at you anymore. He's like, oh fuck. Somebody currently has the bowl, and he just gestures towards you like with a finger, like give her the bowl. You're going to want 2 sips of that.
She's a lightweight when it comes to alcohol.
This is
Make it
2 sip.
Okay.
I'll prepare my tools.
Well, I was hoping to get them all done today, and she pulls over Zhao. He's here to help with the healing.
This will be a test of endurance for us both. I see. He takes out a little, like a wooden pipe and packs it as you're just sitting there now. It takes him a good, 40 seconds as he packs this pipe, and then, and then you watch him, he snaps his fingers a few times, a little flame appears from the tips of his fingers, and looks you up and down a couple times. 4 hours. This will be grueling for you. Most people only get an hour done every week, every 5 days. You realize this is going to be intense, right?
Yes, I'm used to hardships. I have had a rough upbringing.
See. Well, welcome to Tribe. It's one more right. Let me get my tools.
Okay.
Turns around and...
She takes a sip of the whatever that is.
Take a sip? Okay, roll me a con save.
Oh, God.
Or you can intentionally fail. It doesn't matter either way.
No, I'll make a con save.
Okay.
Oh, I can't make that off my sheet, so... 20 plus 5. That's a 10.
Okay, yeah, that's a failure. the sensation when you sip it, it's very bizarre because it's a little bit like sipping what feels like, the only way to describe it is liquid air. It almost doesn't seem to have a taste or a texture. It does have an odor. It is a foul, powerful odor. But the taste and texture are very non-present, and the effects hit you within seconds. As you ingest it, you immediately begin to feel warm in the face.
Oh god.
The extremities, everything begins to feel a little bit more warm. But then there is just this innate, extreme calm that comes over you. Any anxieties you may have had before, any troubles that were on your mind, they seem smaller now. And it's just this kind of breath as you're, for the first time in probably maybe your entire life, your shoulders kind of slump as the muscles in your neck relax.
I told you she's a lightweight.
That sounds fucking amazing.
I have had this happen to me. It is there are chemicals in the world that do exactly what I'm describing, and they are extremely dangerous. Anyway,
yeah,
just this extreme calm comes over you all of a sudden, and just for a moment you feel yourself just relax, and it's the feeling of it is it happens so suddenly and so, I hesitate to use the word violently, but it's very abrupt, that you can't help but almost kind of giggle for a second. You are fairly intoxicated in a way that you have never before.
Yep, lightweight.
He returns, and you only take one sip.
Well, he comes back. You said 2?
I would advise it. If you only want to take 1, that's fine, but there's plenty to go around.
May I ask how this is supposed to be making me feel right now?
It calms you. It reduces the stress of the world around you. Puts you more in connection with what's really important, what's truly important, and less the superficial thing.
She looks down at it. She takes another sip.
Okay, take another sip. The effect only seems to intensify you basically experience the same thing, but the warmness is kind of gone now. You feel fairly normal, except for there's so much just bullshit. Everything is bullshit, man. There is so much garbage to worry about, and none of it really means a whole lot of anything if you really sit there and think about it. Most of it is so superficial. And that's kind of the feeling that you get there, is just this like this, you can finally breathe a little bit for just a minute. You do, with 2 sips, you are starting to get just a little drowsy is not the word. You're a little slow moving. You feel kind of impaired at this point.
Okay.
Have a seat. Directs you to where he was sitting.
All right, she does so.
We're going to begin. We always start with an arm. Pick an arm.
I guess she takes off her
where
jacket.
she still has arms?
Yeah, she is. She's not high or drunk. This is something entirely different.
I guess she takes off her jacket and holds out her arms.
Okay.
Or her right arm, sorry.
Gotcha. He takes your arm and he kind of like moves some of the furs around so that your arm is just kind of reclining on the furs. And all right. Now, you can all watch here. This is how we do this. Some of you have seen this before, but some of you, and he directs his gaze to some of the others, haven't actually ever seen this, so this might be educational for you. Should you ever want to perform a task as sacred as this, we start with the arm. These are the direct extension of your will. These are what you use to execute your personal agenda. And so these are the most important of your body. And he takes your arm in his hand, and over the next few moments, currently he's just like been basically like rubbing your arm in different places. And then all of a sudden you feel something sharp. And again, and again, and again, and again. And he's just talking the whole time. And right now it doesn't hurt very much. It's pretty low pain, actually. It feels more like an itch thing. So it's not bad at all. But maybe a little tiny bit maddening. But this is easy stuff so far. And as the process continues, he works his way up the arm, and you do note that he does start it above the wrist. He does not touch the hand. You have seen people with tattoos on their hands, so you're not sure if he's going to get to that or not. But as he goes up the arm, he does end up having you kind of take off your top, but he gives you like a gown to basically lay over yourself, and then has you kind of flip over, and he does across the back of your neck and shoulders. And when he hits the back of your neck, it goes from like this kind of weird itching sensation to actual pain. It hurts. And over the next several minutes, that's done. Over the course of 4 hours, he does this full body tattoo. And you note that he is using inks that appear perhaps to be blessed by himself. He seems to be using a very methodical, almost ritual-like method. I need you to roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Okay, 15. The pain is really intense in some parts of this. Anywhere the skin is thin, it is extreme. Hurts far more than a tattoo from our world would. And so this becomes very much a trial of endurance. And you do have to take breaks during it. Zhao does heal you a number of times through this. And though you have endured, extreme pain before, the deprivation, the pain of being beat on the street, this is a different type of pain, and so it doesn't translate directly. And during some of it, there are moments where you have to just force him to stop for a minute. But over the course of these 4 hours, you are bestowed with a full Rodarin tattoo, full body. You have tattoos from your legs all the way up to your stomach, on your back, your shoulders, your arms. You have small tattoos up the neck, especially the sides of the neck where your arteries would be. And then even some on your face, which, as a note, ooh, buddy.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Are they like winding around the scales that she has?
They could be.
Okay.
I'll let you determine what they look like yourself, but it is a body covering tattoo.
Okay.
And as he finishes, he sits back, and he himself at this point has taken a couple sips of the Dream Willow, and just can say comfortably that I've never done tattoo across the span of a single day. But you did it. You are done. I would ask you to go ahead and make yourself decent under the robe there.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. Yep.
And with the creation of tattoo, you are welcomed
into our tribe, but there is one final step. Relindra, you need a name.
A name?
A name. You can choose one for yourself, or if you'd like, I will bless you with one.
What kind of name?
A name of Ryder. The name of our people.
Right. Out of character, she would know about this, right?
Yes, the Rhaedirans, regardless of where they originate from, upon, basically gaining citizenship, you are given, or you can take a Rhaediran name, which effectively can kind of be anything you want it to be. It's really up to you. Or if you want, I can have him give you one.
Pardon my ignorance. Is it always the elders that give the name?
That's generally the tradition. Was there something else you have in mind?
How's she still feeling? Like, is that stuff still affecting her?
Vaguely. It is definitely worn off. But there's still hints of it there.
Would it be okay if I discussed it with someone?
Just don't see why not. Take your time. There's no rush. We will welcome you once you have your true name.
She gives a bow. Thank you.
During this time, what would the rest have been doing?
I let them answer.
So you're staying with them?
Yeah, I would,
Yeah, I would have hung around as well and
Okay.
studied and observed the process, and as well as studying my own book when it gets a little boring.
Gotcha. And Amalia?
I would actually be trying to mess around with my necrotic shroud.
Okay, what are you trying to do with it?
Out of character, normally I have it set where, like, it only happens when, like, she's scared or angry, and she'd be basically trying to activate it on her own.
Oh, that's cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Kind of off to the side, like away from everyone else, just sitting there focusing and attempting. The first several attempts go pretty much as expected. As you try and activate the shroud itself, it just doesn't seem to trigger. And you try to recreate internally the feelings that you've had when it's triggered in the past, but it doesn't respond. And it's frustrating, but you can continue trying. Go ahead and roll me a charisma check, please.
Just a check, or
Mhm.
I guess, yeah.
Ooh. Okay. 24, that's really good. You've been at this for about 20 minutes. And so far, you don't feel any closer to where you started, but as you just kind of sit there for a second and just plop down on one of the wooden chairs that's, the mini wooden chairs within the compound, just give a huff. There's this little like spark of revelation. And you think back to the time when you were young. The flames, the wolves. and those negative energies that seem to just follow you. And you brood on them for a moment, for a while. You're not sure how much time has passed, but as you sit there and process some of this grief, there's this moment of just overwhelming rage and frustration. You just slam your hand down onto the wall behind you, and the wings shoot out. The shroud covers you, and you feel that empowerment trigger. And your hand throbs with how hard you hit the wall. You wonder if you even broke it, but you realize that trigger. You realize what's going on there. It's not rage necessarily. It's not anger. You're channeling grief. That seems to be what triggers it. As you let the feeling fade, the shroud slowly kind of disappears over the next minute.
I would probably cry a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm crying a little bit.
Grief is one of the most powerful emotions that we can feel. As the course of the day winds down, you all begin to filter back towards your living space. Rel with great physical pain and Amalia with great emotional pain.
I would ask Zhao and somebody else to, help.
Sure. You did help.
Okay. When you say help, are you talking...
because she wants to go to Lucas.
Okay, gotcha. Heading to Luca's, the three of you. Emotional damage. The three of you head to Luca's. On your way there, you do have to pass through this series of kind of antechambers where the paths, the second level of the compound is a lot of tunnels basically. And so there are antechambers that connect those tunnels into these big rooms where you go to the different tunnels. And so at one point you do enter into the antechambers, and you find in this antechamber, leaned against a wall, is Zara. She seems to be alone from what you can see in your immediate surroundings.
I immediately subtle spell cast detect thoughts.
Okay. You don't get anything? It's like trying to read a wall.
Well, it was also more trying to figure out if there's anybody else around.
Okay, gotcha. So you're using that part of the spell. There is. Does it tell you the identity of the creature, or just that the other creature's name?
Let's see. Presence. When you cast a spell, you can search for creatures within 30 feet of you. Spell can penetrate barriers. You can't. Oh wait. Once you detect the presence of the creature in this way, you can read its thoughts for the rest of the duration described above, even if you can't see it. It doesn't say.
Okay, so it doesn't. At that point, it doesn't give you the identity, but you might be able to suss it out via surface thoughts, since you can read its thoughts. If you decide to try that, that's up to you.
Yeah, I would try and read its surface thoughts.
Okay. Surface thoughts. The thing. Whoever this is, they are analyzing you. They are watching your movement patterns, and in fact, it's very, very clear, because you've read this person's mind before. This is Silk. He's watching you, just You don't know where he is exactly. You know he's within, around 30 feet of you. But you don't know exactly where he is. You just know that he's watching you, and he's watching for sudden movements.
Hello, Zara. I'm guessing by the fact that you're alone. Hello, Silk.
Oh, man, she caught you real quick, didn't she? This one's good. Hey, so, I just wanted to congratulate you on your victory over Anastasia the other day. I think that was pretty cool. I feel like maybe you and I got off on the wrong foot. I wanted to come alone, but Silk wouldn't let me, said that it was dangerous. I don't think it is, but, that's just the way things are. But I feel like maybe you and I should chat. We've got a lot in common, and maybe that there's a bit of tension between us that there shouldn't be. I understand that we ambushed you outside of a tower where you were not expecting us. That's my bad. But that's just my job.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd like to extend an invitation to you. We're having dinner tomorrow. It'll be public in the commune. You and your friends are welcome to join. I want to talk about some stuff. Some of it might be a little private. But
Okay.
You won't have to worry too much about that.
Well,
Private conversations happen in public all the time.
true. Well, in return, let me congratulate you on your new title as champion.
It's, man, that guy, I don't know what was wrong with him. I really didn't deserve that, He could have had me.
Ro kind of narrows her eyes,
He was
like in a
studying
sort of
her.
sly way. I think you did deserve it.
Well, thank you.
I know what you're capable of.
Do you? Good. That's impressive, then. Well, nonetheless, I hope you'll join us tomorrow. Food's on us. I wanted to deliver this myself instead of just sending it to you or something like that. I feel like this is a little more personal. Because it's always... you always feel it a little bit more if it's personal. Anyways, good luck with whatever your adventure is tonight. Me and Silk are probably gonna go and grab some booze. Isn't that right, Silk? And I fucking hate all of you.
Give me 1 second. I'm gonna insight check her.
Okay. What are you trying to suss out?
I'm trying to suss out. How do I word this?
What is your insight bonus, by the way?
7.
7?
Oh no! Wait,
You would
I'm a
not be
liar.
able to. You would not be able to assist each other in any insight check.
Okay.
Yeah, mine's a 4. I'm a liar.
Okay.
I was trying to find something. I thought I had a stone, but I may have gotten rid of it.
Okay. You gonna
Yeah,
throw
I
a
think
stone
I
at
did.
Zara?
No.
Oh, okay.
It was an aether stone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna make an insight check.
Okay.
Eh.
Oh, and that's a good point.
Yeah.
Isn't it? You do see two different current routers floating around her wrist.
Hmm.
Yeah. Okay. An 8. She's nonchalant and flippant and almost seems to be threatening, but at the same time, maybe there's something genuine there. You're not sure.
I would like to make an insight check on her intent.
Okay.
Possible.
Okay.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Again, the intention here is
Y'all are
it
bad at this.
could be one or the other. It's really hard. I would say with insight checks like this, you generally would just default to whatever your default assumption is of the person.
Suspicion.
which would be, in this case, suspicion, I imagine, but...
Yeah.
Would Xiao
Caution.
make an insight check?
I mean, probably, yeah.
Zhao doesn't trust her.
Wow.
What the...
What the hell, guys?
That's
This is fucking
damn.
cursed!
Wow.
Yeah, part of me
Wait.
wants to do it for 2
I just wanted to
reasons.
break it.
Like, one, Amalia doesn't trust her, and also I want to see if I can beat the rules, but I don't know if Amalia would insight check that. I don't think Amalia really cares. I think she just wants to beat the shit out of her.
True.
I can't
Are
hear.
you... Wait, are you there?
Oh, I guess I wasn't helping.
Yeah.
Right, I don't think you're
Yeah.
there.
You and I would have gone back to the room. I was just rolling to break the streak.
Roll
Okay.
one for me anyway. I just want to see what you roll.
I feel the disturbance in the force.
Yeah, there's
I do
something
too.
wrong here.
Uh,
See,
There's at least 4 nat 1s in here. Out of 5.
her insight is 0. Okay.
I do feel a disturbance in the force.
Wow. Yep.
Just endless comedy. Okay, so yeah, she's just really hard to suss out, and you don't glean any new information from her.
Does this invite extend all of us? I assume?
Yeah, it does. Whoever you wanna bring, there's plenty of room.
Is it just you, or is it...
Oh no, we're
Sasha?
all gonna be there. We're having a whole dinner. It's this is gonna be a good heart to heart, I think.
Ah.
A real one, not not a threat. I'm not trying to threaten you, even though it probably sounded like it. That's usually how I threaten people. Sorry, I'm bad at talking.
I do have a question for you.
I can answer questions depending on what the question is.
Well, as someone who is very proud and open about their innate magical talents, why do you hide yours?
I've got a few. Definitely not something up to your level, but I like to use mine quietly. Quietly, because it's, when your magical talents aren't top of the line, sometimes you don't want people to know about them. I don't like to advertise. Advertising is bad for business in my case. People don't need to know how I get things done, just that I get things done.
Well, nods. I can respect that.
Good. All right. Well, hope you like random poultry that the people here seem to have. At least they're good cooks. Food here is pretty great.
It's really good.
Silk, you wanna head out of here? You see Silk uninvis from a wall across the room. Yeah, okay. He gives you just a momentary glance, Rel, like, oh, fuck.
I am now 2 for 0. Correct.
Detect thoughts. Oh, you can go invisible? I don't give a fuck.
Yep.
Don't care about your invisibility, bitch.
I ain't gotta see you. I can see your brain.
I can see your brain and I can see you with invisibility.
Stop thinking so loudly.
So you watch as Zara and Silk go down a different tunnel than the one you're headed down, and do you go ahead and proceed to Luca's room, or?
I have a question.
Sure.
I'm nervous.
Before they walk away, did she have any, blood on her?
What's your passive perception?
Not very high.
Okay.
It is 0. Or, sorry,
Oh.
10.
10. Okay, yeah.
Passive perception?
Yeah.
That's 23.
Not as far as you can. There's no blood or anything.
Then yeah, I guess continuing on.
Okay. Continuing towards Luca's room, you do arrive at the room. As you knock, you're greeted with Luca kind of peeking out. Oh,
okay.
Rel, hey. Yeah, come on in. Invites you in.
Do you want us to wait out here, or... I don't know if you want to go back and tell the elder.
I can do that tomorrow.
Okay. Have a good night. We'll be by to pick you up in the morning.
Okay.
I mean, if you want me to stay, we can.
No, I just didn't want to presume.
Presume?
Yeah. I'll find a messenger.
Okay. Sure.
You leave Rel behind at Luca. Luca begins to kind of regale you with I would say the mundane parts of the day, but actually some of them are pretty wild, as she talks about planning for the next upcoming festival and how she's planning 2 months in advance already, and the conversation is bright and she's happy to be there, but there's almost a tone, not from her, but just this kind of overtone of the night. It all just feels, specifically meeting Zara there, definitely would be something that, I imagine you'd probably be thinking about most.
I mean, her biggest worry, the fucking Luca was dead.
Glad I'm not the only one who went there.
Yeah. That's what my thought
Luca
went.
is untouched.
So, seeing that, like, all of that, like, all of her worry was just gone.
Good. Okay. All right.
Like, it was odd, but it was, like, not something that she would worry over.
Gotcha. Spend the night with Luca.
I do want to ask her on her opinion for a name.
Okay. Let me think. I had one a while back, just in case this came up. I think it. Oh yeah, I know what it was. It is, and that is pronounced Reiko.
What does that mean? If anything.
I think if it's Rei means lightning, or more specifically energy, thunder, storms, and Ko is the title of like a monarch, basically. It means essentially like lightning queen. You could translate it a couple of different ways, but that's the gist of it.
Dancing Queen just came into my head.
Storm god.
Oh, okay. I shouldn't read too much into that. Got it.
No, the words are very loose.
Brederan's language is based entirely on context spoken, and so names are more vague, flowery things than hard rules.
Gotcha. Okay.
Luca can mean flower, or in certain contexts, it can mean shit. So,
Damn.
So it just depends on the day.
it depends on the topic of conversation.
It was the joke.
Yep. Oh, let me tell you something about the meals that I've had. Anyway.
I like it.
Sure. So, conversation continues for a little while, but later she does eventually say, "Well, welcome to Right Air, Reiko."
Ral kind of like awkwardly blushes and is like, thanks.
Roll a charisma check for me.
Okay. Any specific skill?
In this case, just a general charisma.
I'm great at these.
Oh no.
That's
Hi.
21.
That's pretty
Wow.
good. Okay. Noted. There's no direct result of that roll, but that will be important later.
Cool.
That said, Alexander.
Yes.
You are thumbing through some notes that you received from the tower, and this has largely been a fruitless process. Not entirely fruitless, but nothing of your immediate interest. However, you come to a passage from one of the books that you took from the tower where Arcturia is talking about a mage that was crafting something below, and she keeps using the term below, and you've gathered that it's whatever is after Whelm. The passage refers to the mage as crafting an instrument of unlight. A great invention, one that could potentially bestow the sentient on to the dumb. In basic terms, a way to bring life to automata, specifically undead automata.
And potentially give them the intelligence.
Yes. She does kind of discuss the merits of such an invention, and she talks at length during this little kind of ramble that she has to herself, essentially, about the practical applications of perhaps using this on plants, as the magic should be quite similar. And in reading this whole thing, you do get a name. Give me 1 second here.
I put this in my notebook.
Put it in the notebook. Keep the
The mage's name. The mage's name is Lapis. Lapis.
Lapis lazuli.
Lazuli is what you're thinking of, and yes, the mage is named after Lapis Lazuli. But
I was thinking of Steven Universe.
right, yeah, that character is named after the gemstone.
Nice.
Lapis is very pretty.
It is.
And she does mention that Lapis seems to, from what you gather from the passage, Lapis is below.
Okay.
She talks about the magic a little bit at length, however, and she speculates, number one, that Ronan may be familiar with such a technique, and number two, that she has seen a similar, albeit maybe slightly different technique used by the people of Kal Agnar, which is and you are not sure where the fuck that.
Sure, we'll discover it at some point.
Perhaps.
If we ever decide we want to leave the Redarans.
Right?
We just live here now.
I mean,
we will.
it's pretty great.
I feel like we will.
I still need to go murder a hermit.
Yeah.
Sure.
Murder.
I mean, I need to go get some poison shit. Listen.
I have to kill a demigod? I need help.
Sure.
I just want to deal with all this I almost said Haruka. High on shit.
I mean, I suggested the direct approach.
Well,
No more of this subtle bullshit.
that is well.
What, subtle?
Row
spell.
a shuttle.
Well,
I walk around with an army of undead into a town of people who dislike undead. I am the least subtle person in this group.
And you cover each other's strengths and weaknesses.
Exactly.
Amalia has strength.
You rolling critical hits every other attack, yeah?
Yeah.
That's
That's
true.
fair.
And then just
Not all
shooting him
his
in the face.
weaknesses.
Ego.
And sticky
That
fingers.
was exactly what I was going for.
Ego and sticky fingers.
Oh, that
Not
probably
those guys.
wasn't.
No, that was not where I was going with that spirit.
Look, they're
Very-
spending the night
I bet
together.
that
You
she's
don't
more or
know
less a
it.
kleptomaniac.
No, I wasn't even thinking of
She doesn't steal anything.
that.
How much did you take from the tower?
Listen, she advocated
group.
originally
That was
to
a
leave
group
it.
Effort.
It was. But to be fair, Alexander doesn't know that you advocated originally to leave everything, because that was before he got there, I think.
That was before I broke my way into the tower and murdered an entire army of elementals to get up to the fourth floor.
This is, the trend continues as well. You subtly snuck past the water elemental guards while you came in and murdered them.
Yeah, you just cleaned up what we left behind.
Amazing. All right, friends. With that note, everybody kind of sitting on new information, the bright horizons of a potential dinner with my enemy, or a meeting, a trial with my perhaps. We'll go ahead and call the session.